Welcome to Cities Skylines in the Grand City, I think it's now. Capital city of Freshwater. So we're now over 31,000. I've just run through the night cycle. You can still see we've got a few power problems up here, mainly to do with things. But the reason I'm recording this episode is I just couldn't wait, to be totally honest. I just zone in a little bit of. Let's just say this is going to be, I don't know, just put a little bit of low density commercial in as well. Maybe along this edge just to keep the noise levels down. So yeah, so I just couldn't wait. I was doing the public transport, and what I've actually done is I've created this loop here which feeds into this station here. So there's a metro system here which comes down to this one, which will allow people to change to get into this station. I don't want to crowd this station out by there, and I've put in a couple of bus lines here to kind of get people. Zoom in. Actually, no bus stops on this one here, so let's put in a. Obviously, it's a bit stingy with the bus stops there, but what I was really interested in, to be honest, is we got the port at the end of the last episode, and I wanted to get this in. So this is going to be a kind of very short introduction on port. But before I actually do the port, what I want to do is increase this zoning out. Actually, let's take out, I don't think we need Port City anymore. So what we're going to do is just push this out here, and we can bring Meadow Square down here, and we'll just get rid of Port City. Because what I want to try something is where's the port? I want to put in a passenger port. I'll save the. So I want enough there for a road. I want it. So I'm going to put the port in there, and what I want to do is test something, because what should happen. Oops. If I can I connect that road up? Yeah. So we've now got a road there, but I don't think this is going to. It's going to be a bit of a tight. It's not going to let me out, is it? Yes. This is. What I want to do is bring this road out here for the moment. This is like going to be a temporary road as such. I'm gonna connect this. Like that. Now, before I actually switch the game on, what I want to do is put in plenty of public transport, because the idea is, this is what I'm thinking about, is that I want it there, and I want you to kind of go out there. And this is where it's going to get a bit tricky. I want to drag you over to here, and then just get rid of that tunnel there. I mean, I've got no idea whether right, we're going to get a bus lane. I want the bus. Want that. So why won't that? Actually, it might need a spur. So let's actually That's too short. Let's just build a little spur out there. So we've got the buses there. So if we the bus kind of diverts up round there, and if we put a stop there, I think 2 stops would be enough, isn't it? Maybe if I deleted that and put a stop up here with that. No, that's going to be a mess. So let's just put this stop back in outside the zoo. Hopefully that will do it. Now I'm going to start it rolling, and hopefully that will connect power-wise. Yep, it's connected power-wise. And we're just going to let the game run. And the idea is, let me explain what I'm thinking is that I've extended this over, and the policy, city planning policy is Old Town, and what that should mean is that anyone who arrives on this port, when someone does arrive, they will have to use public transport. That's the theory. And I think what we can do is, can we get anything in here that's maybe we can get something that's see what we got in the way of. Opera House. It's pretty big. I wonder maybe if we can push up this up here. See if we can get something like an Opera House in here. Slope too steep, bugger. It's gonna be a bit of a pain, isn't it? Anything smaller. Again, that was this space occupied. It's gonna be a. How can I fit these buildings in here? Maybe we can have an Opera House. So maybe the Opera House will fit over here. How about that? This would be a kind of cultural centre for the city. Let's just push a bit of. Got a bit of commercial. That should connect that up. Might be a bit out of place, but thing. We got any boats in yet? Come on, come on, come on, come on, guys. Just maybe if we. Just maybe we'll just resin a bit of. Put a couple of small buildings there. Maybe if I take that spur off, because I don't need it now because the buses are going all around there. Maybe if I go the other way. Did I see a flash of green then? Pardon me. Maybe if I kind of come off slightly like that, that will. Ah, there we are. It's probably going to be a bit out of place, but oh, looks like we've got some ships coming. That's good. And while we're doing that, we'll just see if we can like that. That was the bus route here. Got a bus stop there, that should be good enough. Right. Just make sure the leisure area comes out over this part here. So you gonna come in? Yep, gonna get our first. As I said, the theory is that anyone coming in on here, pardon me, it shouldn't spawn any cars, because what happens is if you build a port or a railway station, anything that does not have good public transport, you will spawn lots of traffic out of it. If you've got good public transport, what should happen is the people arriving should walk and travel, and plus the ban says that they can't use their cars, so are we going to get any passengers? Yep. We've got a nice bunch of people coming out, so worker at fires going home. So we actually got a whole high wealth tourist. There we are. You can see they're all coming out. They're all going to walk down the road, and actually what I'll probably do is encourage them a bit more by creating a footpath there, I think. Let's do that. You can see they've all walked round, they're all going in the subway. And hopefully that will mean that even if this port becomes busy, it will not spawn lots and lots of traffic, which is the idea. Quite like that now. It's growing on me. When I first put it down, it didn't do that much for me. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. What I tend to find out is that when I I don't know why, but it always seems to want to. Why won't it let me? Oh, there it is. There. I get a nice little bridge there, so that residents who want to visit the. I think another ship's just been coming. I didn't see anyone. So, got that there. Got a bit of industrial we're going to have to start thinking about. It's getting dark. This is connected up now. Getting a bit of workers. We need to get some power up here. Let's see if we can. Now we've got. I don't know. Got a little bit of residential, so maybe if I kind of. Oh, no, I don't want that area there. Maybe if we zone in a little bit of residential that way, and then skip it over that way, it might spread. Maybe if we bring a few offices down this way, that might connect it up. So I created this little patch of office residential up here, just because if you see the noise, got a bit of a noise caused by the metro station, so I've kind of added that in there. We've obviously got an issue with workers, so we're going to need to look at that. Traffic's flowing okay. Just have another check of the power. Electricity's getting a bit low, so maybe we're... I'm going to experiment with the solar power station. Just speed up a bit. We'll do one more light cycle. Tron. If anyone remembers that. I actually like playing Tron. Sorry for the digression. Apologies there. Let's see if we can zone in a bit. Let's just go up to... So we've got a bit close to the railway. I hope I haven't. So I want to keep the industrial going. So let's get in a bit of industrial. How are we doing for water? Short of water. So we need to... What's that? What's the zoning up here? Oh well, let's move Olive Square up a bit. Just so I don't want to grow Aspen Heights much bigger. So I'm just gonna let it run through, get daylight again. See if we can grow our tourist area a little bit. Maybe get in a little bit of high density around here now. Just put in a little bit there. So I don't want to maybe kind of create a little bit of a entertainment centre here. Let's have a look at this area. So it's getting really nice city now, nice and red. I think this is probably going to be the limit of my kind of leisure area for the moment. I might create a small leisure area on the town. That's starting to look really good as a city. I'm gonna say, I hope you guys are pretty like this. So we're gonna build this area in slowly over time. Once it's functional, looks like we've got these connected now. So we'll get the high school working, elementary school, a little bit of traffic, education-wise. We've got this concert area here with the footbridge. I think this is a concert, isn't it? Opera house. So we got some tourists and visitors. Yeah, I like that. Lots of people crossing over. Right, so we're getting daylight back now. Now, what I want to do, I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is purchase that port there and that one there. So effectively, the city's grown this way. Now, what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I've got absolutely no idea if this is going to work. But it's something I read on the forums. And somebody said that it does work. Now, as I say, this is purely experimental. I'm gonna have to probably. What I want to do is these rail lines. but second. Oops, don't want that. It's gonna have to come out. I've got a bit of a frog in my throat at the moment. It's check those power lines. So I'm just going to just so I'm just going to, as I say, I must admit, this is purely experimental. Like cut the power lines again, so gonna have to actually just drop in there. And actually what we'll do for the moment is just got a nice strong wind source here, so we can just it's a long way to run pipe work. Actually, it might work to my advantage. I'm talking to myself, but because if there's no pollution in this bay, just the ports. So it's saying it doesn't produce pollution. Interesting. I'm just going to check. I'm not going to rush to build anything at the moment. Usual magic. Right, so we're just going to run this. Got water, we got power. Now, I suspect that we're probably going to have to lay on some kind of services. Probably going to need a fire station. Probably going to need garbage disposal. And of course, guarantee that I don't know if we need anything else besides fire and garbage. Just have to see if it puts up a demand. Right. Oh, didn't stop. I just want to see whether... So why is it not... all these, because these are not cargo ships. Because the thing I want to do as well, we're seeing is that what I really want is like this is this cargo hub, which is joins the railway directly to the port. Come on, guys, you're gonna dock. No, so why isn't anyone wanting to come to my port? Is that because we've got no demand? Oh, we've got a train station coming out. Railway. Oh, so we're exporting. Well, that's good. So it's working in principle. Our first. So we got imports of goods. Well, that spawn a train. If that's all fills in. There goes the train. There's another train going. So I will grow this area, but I just wanted to see whether this would work. As I say, I watched on the forums, and I've kind of watched it, and this is something There we are. That's really good. And we've still got this probably not exporting that well. I think I'm inclined to bring it over this side, because I've got a feeling this link is not good enough. It obviously certainly likes that port. I like that. Yeah. It's gonna have to watch the traffic though. I mean, to be honest, if that can take off a lot of the pressure from the goods coming in that way, that would be really, really nice. I'm going to enjoy that. two trains here now. Cool. So I want to keep this relatively isolated. Yep. And that's where I'm going to leave it now, guys, because that's basically what I wanted to dedicate this part to. It's just getting dark, and we've now got that working. I'm going to develop it. Probably, maybe create another industrial residential area here. Expand the industry out. Try and get the communications going. But I think you can count that as a success. Certainly creating a lot of traffic though. We're going to have to watch this. The traffic's really starting. I think we're going to have to do some work down here to try and improve the traffic flow. Maybe it's time to work on this area. But as I say, that's going to be this episode. Like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's been useful, the couple of tips that I've built into this. And till the next time, enjoy your gaming.